Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Sergeant Sealoff. Today we're going to be going over ratios and proportions. Now today we're going to be doing a regular proportion. And honestly, this is one of the most useful things that you should learn when it comes to all forms of math, right? Because regular proportion can be used in a lot of math equations, even if it's not used in a normal circumstance, right? It does a lot of work in a very time efficient manner, right? With that being the case, let's just get straight into it, right? So shadow of a tree is 60 feet. The shadow of a 6-foot man is 9 feet. How tall is the tree? So it's just like I said in my previous video, the categories in which you're doing, you can't break them up. If you're going to put shadow and height as your two categories, then shadow should be all both up top and the height should be both on the bottom, right? With that being the case, let's get straight into it. So we know that the shadow and the height is what we're going to work with as far as the category that we want to write down, right? And every single time I will always recommend that you write it down before you even begin the problem. It really helps make things simplified, right? Now we know the shadow of a tree is 60 feet. 60 feet equals, we know the shadow of a 6-foot man is 9 feet. 9 feet. We know the height of the man is 6 feet. However, we do not know what the height of the tree is. That's what they're asking, right? So that's going to be x, right? Now that we have this, we can go ahead and reduce before we begin, right? So as I said previously, when it comes to reducing, when it comes to ratios, you can either do reducing horizontally or you can do vertically. You cannot do diagonally, right? So with that being the case, we know that 9 can get reduced to 3. We know that 60 can get reduced to 20, right? With that being the case, we're going to go ahead and either cross multiply, which is what we normally do, or we can do keep, change, flip, right? For this circumstance, let's just go ahead and do cross multiplication, right? So what that's going to look like is it's going to be 20 times 6, so 20 times 6, right? That ends up equaling 0. That ends up equaling 120. 120. And we're going to do 3 times x. That's going to equal, let me just rewrite this. That's going to end up being 3x equals 120. Right? Now that we have that, we're going to go ahead and go do the opposite of what it should be. That means that instead of 3x, which would mean 3 times, we're going to do 3 divide, right? So 3 divided by 3, that's going to cancel out. 3 divided by 120, well, let's go ahead and do it. 120 divided by 3, boom, 12, subtract, bring down the 0. 3 can't go into 0, so your answer is the tree equals 40 feet. So x equals 40 feet. And that's a perfect example of how you would use regular proportions to find the missing height of what the tree is.